of Kim in the Kitchen. Today is Sunday, so today I'm going to be making a sweet treat for you guys. And today we're going to be making a do-nothing cake. Yes, do nothing. Alright, I'm done. Just kidding. No, not really. I'm not done. But it is a do-nothing cake. But the thing is, we're going to pour it all in a bowl, mix it up, and pour it in a pan, and that is it. So let's get started. What we will need for the cake today is 2 eggs, vanilla, baking soda, crushed pineapple, self-rising flour, and sugar, and that is it. So that'll be for the cake, and then for the icing, we'll have a few more ingredients, and I'll tell you what those are in just a few minutes. But first, we're going to get the cake going. So I'm going to get you guys where y'all can see me first. All right, so first things first, we need 2 cups of sugar. So we'll get that measured out. So 1 cup. 2 cups. All right, now we need 2 cups of self-rising flour. So we'll measure that out. So self-rising flour. Now, and you need a teaspoon of baking soda. Alright, and these are our dry ingredients, so I'm going to go ahead and just mix those together really good before we put anything else in. Alright, next we're going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. 2 eggs. And a whole can of crushed pineapple. Juice and all. And we're going to mix all this together. While I'm mixing this, I will tell you, I went ahead and I've got my oven preheating to 350. Getting ready for this cake to go in. So we're just gonna mix it around just a little bit. It doesn't have to be free of lumps because it has all of that pineapple in it. So it's gonna be a little bit lumpy, and that is fine. I have a 13 by 9 cake dish. And we're going to make sure that's all mixed in, and we're going to pour all of that mixture into my 13 by 9 pan. All right, that is it. Do nothing, right? Just mix it all up, throw it in the pan, and we're going to put this in the oven at 350 for 35 to 40 minutes. So we're going to transfer over to the oven and pop this baby in. We're going to set our timer for 35 minutes, and I'm going to keep a watch on. So timer set, we're going to keep a watch on that. I'm going to go ahead and get all of our ingredients ready for the icing, clean up my mess, and then we're going to come back in just a second and get the icing started. All right, you guys, I got my mess cleaned up, and we are ready to get started on the icing for this do-nothing cake. All right, so got a small saucepan. We're going to get that going. Going to turn on medium heat, about 3/4, something like that. Leave that going. To that, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of butter. So 1/2 cup of butter. I'm going to add a cup of granulated sugar. So So we'll get that measured out. Whole cup of granulated sugar. All right. Then to that, we're gonna add 3/4 a cup of the evaporated milk. This can is 12 ounces, so I'm not gonna add the full can. So we're gonna add about 6 ounces. So I'm gonna use my dry measuring cup and just go up to about the 3/4 line on that. All right, so 3/4 of a cup of evaporated milk. All right, then we're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, and we're going to let that all start cooking together. Mix that up in here. Make sure it's good and mixed. I'm going to leave that over medium heat while that's heating. To that, we're going to add a cup of coconut. And I've had mine in the freezer, so it's a little frozen, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and cut it off there. So 1 cup of fresh, sweetened, chopped up coconut. We'll add that in. Okay. And then to that, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. So, chopped pecans. I'm going to add that in. And let this all cook together. Alright. Throw all the mess away. Stir this all as it's cooking. And this is going to make a really good sauce icing to go on top of our cake. So we're just going to let this cook down. Keep it stirred so it doesn't scorch. I'm going to keep a watch on this, let it cook down a little bit. When I come back, I'll show you the finished product. That cake is still in the oven. We're going to keep a watch on it. I'm going to clean up my mess, and when we come back, we'll look and see what the icing looks like at the end, okay? I'm just going to give you guys an update. That's it, good and bubbly. We want that to get good and bubbly, and it's going to reduce down, and once it gets pretty thick, then we're going to turn it off and let it sit and wait for that cake to get done before we pour it on top. All right, you guys, we got that icing all ready for the cake. Cake is still cooking. I'm going to give you guys an update in just a few minutes to let you guys see what it looks like while it's cooking. This icing looks amazing. It's super thick now, and this is going to be poured over the hot cake, and so it makes the cake real squishy and yummy and full of amazing sweet goodness. But I'm going to just show you guys what it's looking like. So see how thick it is, and then you're going to pour that over the cake, and it is going to be so yummy. Update! The cake is looking so yummy and smelling so good. Alright, you guys, our timer just went off, so we are going to pull this do nothing cake out of oven and transfer it over to the counter. While this cake is still hot, straight out of the oven, we're going to pour the icing that we made right on top of it. So I'm going to get it where you guys can see. Cake looks so yummy and it smells so good. So it's all good and done. So now we're going to take this icing that we made and just pour it all over the top of it. Okay, and we're going to spread it. Now, the longer this cake sits, the better it's going to get, because all of that is going to soak down in it. And it is going to be so good. Just look at that, would you? So yummy. Okay. Make sure we get all of that goodness out of there. All right. Just gonna let that sit on there for just a second and cool off for just a second. I'm gonna cut a small sliver out. This is a cake I'm taking for work. We have a little treat that we do every so often, and we're doing that tomorrow. So I'm gonna cut just a little sliver out to give you guys a tasty so y'all can see what it looks like. And then I'm gonna take it and let everybody try it tomorrow. So let's cut a little piece out of this cake. I think it's gonna be so good. I'm just gonna cut a sliver and try it. And like I say, the longer this sits, the better it's gonna get. Once it cools off, you're gonna put this in the refrigerator, especially like for like overnight, because all of that goodness is gonna melt down in that cake, and it's gonna make it so yummy. All right. And give you guys a peek at what it looks like. All that pineapple, you've got the coconut, the pecans, all that yummy evaporated milk and sugar. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. All right, let's see what we think about it. Let's give her a tasty. All right, and this was so easy. Oh my gosh, throw it all in a pan and cook it. Almost like that dump cake we did last week. All right, here we go. It's super hot. Oh my. I'm gonna have to give me a minute because it's hot. Oh my, that is so good. Pineapple, coconut, you can taste every bit of it. It is so, so good. So simple. Put this bad boy in the refrigerator, and tomorrow it is gonna be amazing. All of that's gonna be so moist and good. Could not go wrong with this cake. Thanks you guys for watching for this sweet episode. Join me on Wednesday for our savory episode. Thanks for continuing to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends to subscribe. Put me some comments below of something you would like to see me cook. Comment if you like any of the food that you have, if you've tried any of the recipes and you like any of them. Comment, let me know what you've tried and what you like. Thanks so much again. Look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Bye.